Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's going on, guys? Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Obi Wan Kenobi and a potential season 2 as it receives a promising update from Ian McGregor himself. So without further ado, we're going to hop right on into it. In this video, we're going to be taking a read from the Direct's article. I'm going to have their full article linked down in the description down below for you guys to check out on your own as you wish. As it reads, Obi Wan Kenobi had an incredible run on Disney+. The hit Star Wars series revolved around the post-Revenge of the Sith Jedi adventures of Ian McGregor's titular Jedi, ultimately closing with a huge rematch between him and Hayden Christensen's Darth Vader. While the series was initially branded as a limited series, fans are hoping that Kenobi's story will continue on the small screen in a potential sophomore season. Before we continue on here with what the article has to say here, in Obi Wan Kenobi Season 2 isn't something new. We have heard about it previously before. Just about from everybody that's worked on this show has said that they would love to return. Ian McGregor, Hayden Christensen, the show's directors and writers, they all said that they would love to return here for a potential Season 2 and continue on with what that story has to hold and tell for Obi-Wan during this time period in the Star Wars galaxy. And if you think that there shouldn't be a season 2 and that would actually be really dumb of them to do, there's no story from them to tell, I highly disagree. There's still another 10 or so years until we get to the events of A New Hope. So what is Obi-Wan really doing during this time period on Tatooine? He's obviously training with his master Qui-Gon Jinn and learning the ways of the Force and how he's going to become a Force ghost that we would later see on within the original trilogy. My only other query with them having a season 2 and that they have to have a season 2 in order for this to work. It's from a throwaway line from Darth Vader in 1977, A New Hope, when he and Obi-Wan fight once again on the Death Star. Vader says, "When I left you," and the last time that we saw these two fight in the Obi Wan Kenobi show, it was Obi-Wan leaving Vader, so it would make sense that they would have some type of rematch once again, where in this case, Vader is the one to win this fight and actually be the one to walk away from Kenobi.
At last. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Only a master of evil, Darth.
This, of course, can be seen a bit of a stretch. I have a different video covering this. I'm going to have it linked down in the description down below for you guys to check out. Anyway, continuing on here with what the Direct's article has to say here, Obi-Wan Kenobi director Deborah Chow reiterated that the show was definitely conceived as a limited series, saying that Season 1 was made as one full story. Despite that, Ian McGregor revealed that he was always down to return to portray the iconic Star Wars character once again. Same can be said for Hayden Christensen. And of course, while Lucasfilm yet has officially to announce if a follow-up season would happen, a previous rumor indicated that a sophomore run for Obi-Wan Kenobi is in development actually. Now the show's star lead himself has given an important update about the possible continuation of the Disney Plus series. During a Q&A at a Celebrity Fan Fest event, Ian McGregor via All Things Kenobi, I'm going to have them linked down in the description down below, expressed interest in returning for a potential second season of Obi-Wan Kenobi, saying that he's totally up for it. When asked if it was being planned at all, Ian McGregor admitted that while there are no plans yet, he believes that Lucasfilm and Disney Plus are just biding their time until they announce a sophomore installment of Obi-Wan Kenobi. As you guys can see it on the screen here, McGregor, I'm totally up for it, guys. I want to do it. The moderator says, "So what you're saying is that there's nothing known or being planned at all, Ian McGregor?" I'm absolutely honest. There's no plans made yet, but I think I'm pretty sure that they're just biding their time, but nobody has approached me about it yet. So this is something that Ian McGregor is saying himself here. He believes that an Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2 is actually due for storytelling reasons. This is something we've, of course, previously have covered here on the channel here, of course. And also the fact that he kind of is looking to some insight here of maybe what Lucasfilm and Disney have done before with previous different other projects, is where they're kind of biding some time here, giving some time, a breather, essentially, not kind of causing oversaturation, much like the MCU is kind of doing, where they're pushing out shows after shows after shows, or movies after movies after movies. This is something that us Star Wars fans are highly scared of, is oversaturation for when it comes to our beloved franchise. And while I don't really foresee it all that much of a problem, it's something that people continuously have been bringing up in the past couple of months now at this point in time. And I have also brought this up actually in a separate previous video here on the channel, talking about how we're getting 3 different shows during this upcoming fall of 2022. We're having Andor, Bad Batch Season 2, and Tales of the Jedi. I feel like something's going to have to give here, something's going to be pushed back here, because this is going to cause some oversaturation here, and it could flop really horribly bad, especially with Andor having a 3-episode premiere. It just feels like way too much and kind of intimidating at that, of course, when you kind of compile it with people's schedules and such of that as well. Not everybody has the opportunity during the middle of the week to check this stuff out here in their busy schedules of maybe school and work, much like I have. Despite my little rant here, continuing on here with what the direct's article says here, will Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2 eventually actually happen? The fact that Ian McGregor appears confident that Season 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi is happening on Disney Plus suggests that the sophomore run for the series is in the cards. However, the actor's remark of Lucasfilm just biding their time for an announcement could indicate that plans are still being narrowed down, and it makes sense that they are taking their time so that a proper storyline will be mapped out here. And this is I completely agree with this. This is essentially just what I just said pretty much here. It's kind of reiterating from what the article has to say here as well. There's a chance that an official announcement could be made during next month's Disney Plus Day, confirming Season 2 alongside with revealing some of its returning characters. If it does happen, then it's likely that the show could potentially premiere in 2024, since production could start in mid or late 2023 at the very least. And I highly disagree with that. I don't think that they're going to be announcing anything remarking Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2, or even mentioning Obi-Wan Kenobi at all, the show, at and during its Disney Plus Day. And I don't really foresee that actually happening. There's not enough time. And maybe if for anything we'll get an announcement in 2023 or 2024, but now it's way too soon. Now the article continues to say, although Obi-Wan Kenobi ended on a positive note, there are still lots of plot points that need to be addressed, which is a good thing if the show is renewed for a second season. Storylines such as the future of Moses Ingram's Reva, the third sister, and Obi-Wan's training with Qui-Gon Jinn's Force Ghost are two huge plot points that could be explored in the future of this series. Given that Darth Vader decided to stop pursuing Obi-Wan at the end of the series, thanks to Emperor Palpatine's wake-up call, it's reasonable to assume that the powerful Sith Lord will not appear in Season 2, and I highly disagree with this. I think that Vader would for sure show up in Season 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi, kind of as a sideline type of thing. I think that maybe Kenobi and Vader would meet again, as I had just mentioned towards the beginning of this video here, from that throwaway line in 1977, A New Hope. But I don't really think that he's going to be playing all that much of a larger scaled kind of character in this show. If for anything, they're going to base it heavily off of maybe the Marvel Vader comics that they have, and kind of just use those pretty much to kind of carry Vader's characters and his storyline along with the Obi-Wan Season 2 here. As the article finishes up, while this could be a disappointment for some fans, the non-appearance of Vader makes sense, and this could lead to Season 2 revolving around a smaller scale of threats that Obi-Wan would need to deal with. Maybe Sand People, as the article ends right there. As I had mentioned, I'm going to have that full article linked down in the description down below for you guys to check out as well, if you would like. However, I think our biggest takeaway is just the fact that Ian McGregor is very confident in the potential Season 2 happening for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Maybe he does know stuff that we don't know. I feel like that is actually the case, if for anything, and that he would have signed maybe some type of contract or kind of deal, much like the MCU does with its actors. Of course, a big part of what comes along with those contracts is the fact that not only would they return for upcoming projects and that type of stuff, but also the fact that they aren't really allowed to, I guess, speak on this type of stuff. Anyway, I would love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Do we need a Season 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi? Would you like to have a Season 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi? And if so, what plot points would you like to see in a Season 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi? I'd absolutely love to hear what you guys all think in the comment section down below. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, as it really just love the channel, and check out Instagram on official Star Wars, more Star Wars related content, link down in the description down below. And until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next video. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.